A little bit more of an exciting way to kick things off. But as Fifflaren said, there you go, that time, all right?
I could barely hear it, so I don't even know how it sounds like.
You got deaf off that?
I did.
That's right.
I did. We're going to leave that here.
But it is going to be ECS North America. Obviously, I know how much you love North America. You always tell us about it a lot.
It's great.
Yeah, big fun. And we're going to have a very exciting game as well. Cloud9 versus CLG. We're going to be jumping into that in a few moments. But obviously, it'll be a good one, right?
Yeah, it should be, definitely. I mean, Cloud9, I think they're still second in the standings. CLG, I'm actually not quite sure, but I do believe that they have to win. If they win this one, if they win, I think 2-0, they're straight through to the finals. Don't take my word for it, because I'm not sure, but I think so. And I think it's the same thing for Cloud9.
So
important game today.
Yeah, a big one coming up, but obviously before that, we're going to take a little bit of a look at what went down in EU and have a look at those standings in a few moments, it seems.
In a few moments.
There they are. They've appeared now. So why don't you run me through this, Fifflu?
Well, that's a European one.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah. So Australis, obviously already qualified. First place in Europe. There was a little thing today. Well, I think G2 actually beat NIP today, which made them actually come into second place in the standings. So they are also through, and then we're going to see later on this week, I believe. I'm not going to give you dates, but I think that NIP will be up against Fnatic. Is one of them in the playoff games, and that should leave FaCe against Mousesports.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Nailed it.
There you go. Down.
Not rehearsed. We are not LCS. Bang.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
If I had a microphone, I would just drop it.
Just drop it on the floor. Probably damage it. So probably wouldn't be for the best. But obviously, the North American games are also going to be coming up. But NA rankings, I think we'll be taking a look at those and going through as well. Just can have a little bit of a look.
I mean, yeah, Luminosity undefeated, also through in first seed. Extremely curveball. Cloud9 and CLG, you can see they're second and third, so this one is actually very important. Obviously, first and second will be the ones that's going to be straight into the LAN finals, and the ones going to be placing 3 and. Let me see if I can do my math here. 3 and 6, 3 to 6, 3 to 4, 3 to 5, 3, 4, 5, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 to 6. Are going to be playing against each other in the playoff games.
Well, there you go. That was good. Obviously, you can see there as well. This means it is going to be a fairly important game. Tonight's one on our hands with Cloud9 versus CLG. So why don't we get down to the nitty gritty with the Score Esports pre-game breakdown. That was what I was looking for. It was breakdown.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, good try. Like you put some effort in there. Obviously.
I thought you were going to say play of the week.
That's at the end of the show.
I know.
Come on, man.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
This is why you are the host and I am a pleb.
Well, I don't do a very good job, but I try.
Yeah.
I try my best.
That's good enough.
But obviously, why don't we do something you're a little bit better at? Why don't you let me know how this one's going to go down? At least give me some ideas with this game.
I think the first 2 maps are going to be Cobblestone and Overpass. Cobblestone is the map choice of Cloud9, and this is the first map we're going to go into. Worth noting as well, CLG will be using Pita today as a stand-in, Swedish power. So they will, well, they don't have a 5-man roster. Fugly ended up leaving or something happened there, so Pita will be a stand-in. This should be the go-to map. This should be a good map for Cloud9. One of the better ones, and if you compare it to CLG, I think this was a straight-out counter pick to CLG. Not that great on this map in particular, and as we've seen throughout this week, then Cloud9 has actually improved on this map quite significantly. So, and the second map will come in, and it's going to be Overpass. This is actually a strange pick for me. Are we live with Pistol as well? We are.
Be live already.
Well, scratch everything I just said. We are live.
It's all kicked off. Shroud seems to be doing a fair bit of damage as well. Already a 2K on the board for him. Nothing had also picked up 2. And it rides on a man himself, the Swedish boy, Pita. He's going to be trying to pop himself out here. A bomb down, has to go for the peak. Slemmy and Shroud holding the angle. Instant frag for that.
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't really see what happened, but it looked like, because they actually came from connector, so it might have been a pretty fast B split there from dropping in drop zone and going into connector. With 2 or 3 members from B long as well, just sandwiching in the CLG players. And by the looks of it, Pita tried to flank them a little bit, but a 1-2 situation ends up going down. First round on the board for Cloud9. And CLG ends up with a force buy of their own. Cutler's going to be probably stationed in the drop zone there with the Mag 7. The rest will be sitting on pistols. As for Cloud9, just spreading out. Regular default. Taking some mid control.
Seems like Stewie might actually be the one to kick things off as he gets a bit aggressive here towards Matrix. Pita is in that elevated angle where if they do catch him off guard, he could do a very effective amount of damage. He's actually just jumped straight down. Trying to do a little bit of damage to spook Stewie back for the meantime.
Yeah, we see this again and again from Cloud9. Stewie is the point guard there with the SMG, just running around, trying to get some extra kills on the board. And as we've been discussing, even if he ends up going down, doesn't really matter. He only has the SMG. Not really any long distance duels. But Cloud9 will end up going towards that B bomb site.
Starts to try and push in. Faruk obviously got the close for open. He's doing a fair bit of damage and trying to drag off on towards Shroud. Follows it up as well. Takes down Skadoodle. Will come into the play to best Cutler, but Tarik on an absolute roll right now already. A 3K picked up. Hayes comes in with a deagle spam off towards nothing, and this eco round fantastically for CLG. They find their way through in the end and actually pick it up.
Yeah, Cloud9 throwing a bunch of flashbangs over towards that B bomb site, but not a single one that was actually close. So Tarik getting that initial kill first, getting the second one, and then just ends up jumping up. I saw you back there. That's kind of interesting.
Cut down. The illusion's been given away.
Mike has just lost it over there. But Tarik ends up with a 3 kill as well. Like I said, the first initial flash there, since Cloud9 opting not to throw a single flashbang that was close, just gave Tarik that in.
Yeah, early aggression towards drop down, they do find a bit of success. It's immediately going to get snuffed out here. There's them coming in with the MP7, just tapping away the rest of his teammates to mop up a few that did actually squeeze out of window. And CLG do link the rounds together.
Yeah, fast run from Cloud9. Didn't really work out for CLG with 4 members alive. One losing that 1 member. Cloud9 with going to be saving 1 more round. So JDM is going to opt to keep that SMG. For JDM this round, he still has a lot of money saved up, but when you have Cutler and JDM with the SMGs, you want to try and go a little bit more aggressive here. Try and get some more money in your bank, since you will probably opt to replace the SMG next round anyway. Pita playing it very aggressive here in A-hole.
Catch Slemmy out. We'll peek out a little bit. There's spot him. This is also despite that initial aggression towards mid, they begin to flood their way through. Hayes will get the opening frag. Nade's in as well. Transfer a bit of damage over, but Cutler actually very aggressive right now, just charging with a Mac 10, ripping through absolutely everyone in front of him. Skadoodle will be the last man to go down.
I think that my Swedish brother's on the board. Actually, it was already before. That's the guy I'm going to be looking into the most today.
Your homeboy.
Yeah, he's been flaming his teammates rather, the players that he coach.
Yeah.
From time to time on social media, saying that he is the better player. So I think now is the time to show that. Surprising enough for JDM and Cutler, I understand. For JDM, ends up saving that SMG. Sure, CLG didn't lose a single member the round before, so they didn't really have to. Nice shot through the smoke there for Tarik. Didn't really have to drop any weapons, so opting to just save all the weapons they have.
Interesting to see into this one as well. Cloud9 actually play it out. They've already lost 1 member. Steve takes some damage towards mid as well, which will hold them off. You see they've been a little bit timid. They don't want to actually throw this round away. There's still potential. He does that elevated angle as well and begin to shoot down. Actually, he's going to be able to best Stewie. Tarik in the elevated angle as well, wants to try and take him down as they do go for the push. Slow round at the moment though.
Flashbangs overall. Great job by Cloud9 so far. A lot of flashbangs over towards that B bomb site. Great wall of smoke as well. Clears the entire bomb site. Leaving hazed and Pita left standing.
Yeah, obviously the 3 versus 2. I'm going to go down with Pita actually. Swipe out Slemmy. Hazed as well. Trying to find these frags before his teammate will fall. Got a little bit of utility. Nice tap to actually best Skadoodle as well. He smoked the bomb. Full force, nothing to actually go for the peak, but a bit paranoid. Expecting him to jump straight on it. He's trying to get the angle. Eventually does do it. Has the kit as well. He might just pick this one up, and that's fantastic stuff from him and Pita there. Just being able to bait each other out. I guess it's just the last second as well.
Yeah, a little bit lucky there. Actually, I think got the call from a teammate saying that he did have a kit on the bomb site. Ends up picking it up. And nothing. Spraying there a little bit randomly. We should have just taken a gamble there a little bit, hoping that after the 5-second time would have gone by, then it might just end up faking it. But nonetheless, it was looking good for Cloud9 actually. 3-on-5 situation, ends up smoking off the entire B bomb site, wasting every single nade they have. Slemmy ends up getting flashed in the beginning of it as well. And then capitalizing on it. Gets the bomb site, gets the bomb down, but then CLG, good retake. I believe it was hazed winning that 1-on-1 versus nothing. But Cloud9 can still buy here. Limited nades. AK on 4 players and Slemmy with the yellow. You see a regular setup here from Cloud9 as well. Just a regular default. Spreading out. Wasting some utility in mid. We saw that round previously as well, where they take over mid first, just so they keep the 2 CLG members over on that A bomb site. Then could possibly rotate over to the B again with the same execute.
Trying to take this aggression as well once again towards drop down, so they can actually pincer through and then converge on towards the A bomb site. JDM is really going to be critical to hold them back towards mid. Stewie actually gets past him as well. Let's have smoke to block off sides, so you won't have to worry about surrounds at once. They offer themselves up and get the opening frag. Nothing responds and takes down Cutler. And here comes that push in towards the site as well, just trying to catch them off guard. A lot of damage coming out as well from Shroud there as he actually takes down JDM. He is left in a 1 versus 2. 15 seconds left on the clock. We'll try and go through. Push him around. Unfortunately for him, Pita had the angle covered.
Yeah, good initial entry from JDM. Gets the first one, and then you see there, Cloud9 with limited buy. And some opting for that A split with 2 members dropping in the drop zone. CLG holds him off though. And my boy Pita is top fragging, of course. He did say if it was too bad, he's going to be replaced by a little man in the second map, but we'll see about that. And look at the economy here as well for Cloud9. Could potentially buy if they want to. Not going to have a lot of nades if they want the AKs, but if they go with Galilus, they can get a pretty decent buy here. Possibly even buy and do like the little B execute that they have over the B long. It's a little bit of a gamble, but if they want to take that, they can at least have some solid nade work to work with. Or if they want to try and save here and try and get their up on Skadoodle. And if you look at the CT economy here, it's running away a little bit. Tarik with 9.2k. Pita has a lot of money as well. It's only really Cutler that's below 3k. So even if Cloud9 were to win this round, CLG will still be able to buy the next.
Obviously, a lot of cash in the bank there, so we'll actually find our way through. CLG have done a great job as well, actually being able to shut them down. Not overly aggressive in their style of play as well. It's actually been quite defensive. We've only seen a little bit of a flare of that where Tarik was playing towards that broken wall on B bomb site.
Yeah, they're playing very passive actually. You saw the only real aggressive play on A bomb side as well was Pita, that one eco. And then other than that, I don't think that JDM actually has had a good spawn yet with that op over to the B bomb side. You might actually see him push up to the plat. Yeah, he does have a good spawn here now. So you might run over to B, run to plat and just get that one shot in, try and get the entry. Cloud9 though does opt to go for a semi-buy. Take 9 armor with a bunch of utility. Might be what I was talking about before, where you see that B execute push with the utility. JDM trying to go for that peak as well. Doesn't really work out. Ends up falling back. So here we go. Tarik with the first and the second. Gets the third as well. Nice job by him. Cutler. Taking out nothing. Only leaving Shroud. There's a 2 kill right now, but only 9 HP left. It's going to be important here to try and get the bomb down at least.
Yeah, obviously left in that 1v3 situation, it's going to be quite hard. Only 9 HP left on him as well. Let's go for the first initial peek and lands the shot towards JDM. Can try and reposition now as well. This is going to go down. That's the angle covered. Doesn't want to try and go for that fake plant just yet as well, seeing if they're going to push in initially. Pita from the sidelines. Nice headshot. He's actually claimed 2 of them, but unfortunately Hayes just a little bit too much to handle as he picks up that final frag towards Shroud.
Yeah, Cloud9 with the gamble didn't really work out, but they, like I was talking about before, they didn't really fully buy, so we will have a full buy here coming from Cloud9 with the up on Skadoodle. Getting that drop by Shroud. A lot of nades. Pretty much all of it. Only really Skadoodle missing that one piece. Not really needed. CLG trying to for a little boost here.
Oh. Nothing will instantly take down Cutler though. Fantastic stuff on the first shot. Actually follows it up as well with another one on towards Tarik. To gain that drop down control. They've got a little bit of breathing room to actually work with here if they want to push in towards that B-bomb site. You can see as well 2 late round players towards mid. If there's any aggression from the CTs try and loop behind, they should be shut down very quickly. Actually will be backing off. They've got the bomb and they can do so.
Yeah, CLG flying back. It's only really Pita who's going to be playing this A-bomb site. He's extremely aggressive as well. Does have a flash and a molly to try and hold him hold him off.
Oh, this could be fantastic. That's the angle. We'll actually go for the side peek. Takes down the first man. Trying to hold him back as well, just spam it away. They didn't really work out too well. Shroud was able to put him into a grave. And it just rides on Hayes and JDM. Only one nade between the both of them. It's going to be the flash. Go for the boost over the top of the smoke here. They have the angle as they cross. Great stuff as well. He will land that opening shot and begin to reposition now to hold them off towards the site. Holding for the meantime, waiting to see if any peaks will initially come out to try and help him out a little bit on his quest. We'll jump down. Has to get overly aggressive now. Time really is of the essence. They do have those kits, but it's going to get harder as they begin to get picked off as well. Skadoodle comes in the opening frag. Shroud with a final blow on towards Hayes.
Good rotation there for Cloud9. Getting the entry first. Nothing getting that in the drop zone. Putting a lot of pressure on the B-bomb side in the beginning. Then ends up falling back after getting the 2 entries actually on the B-bomb side. Falls back. It's only really Pita that's holding that A area down in mid. Very aggressive. Gets the first one, but then ends up falling. Cloud9 getting the bomb down in a 3-on-2 situation with good after-plant positions. And had the first weapon round on the board. Won the pistol. Ends up losing the first anti-eco.
This is good as well, switching up a little bit, letting JDM get into that elevated angle over by Olaf. Unfortunate for him, really won't work out this time as Shroud takes him down. Tarik will respond, but obviously Stewie had his back covered and can get the counter pick.
Really fast here so far.
Stewie with the AWP in his hands. It's fantastic when we do actually get to see him pick it up, but really won't be able to show us what he's got into this round as Cutler. Did have the angle covered, was able to just spray a few rounds into him and pick him off. Does bring it into a 3 versus 3 though. Pita, once again, up top doing a great job, just holds them off as they try and push through mid. Leaves nothing in such a sticky situation. Let's get a nice frag on towards Hayes. Right now as well, this will slow him down as he's trying to get that cross. Does have the bomb, but getting absolutely rattled down by Pita from side. And he will eventually be overwhelmed.
Yeah, great position from Pita. It was actually Cloud9 ends up smoking themselves down over in mid. Rushing through it, hoping that Pita would put more pressure on the A hallway instead, but like I said, good positioning, gets the 2 kills through the smoke first. Being smart, falls back, And just cleans it up with the third. Cloud9 there should have actually just ended up push more towards that B area. You already were that aggressive, no point in like pushing back. So they won the last one, and then now we see that eco from Cloud9 again.
Cutler. 97 is going to be so damaging in this position. Unfortunately, we'll only get the first. Luckily, obviously, Tarik with a response does have that revenge frag. Wants to try and do a little bit more damage as well and takes down Stewie. Just rides on nothing and Slemmy. Already got one kill into this. It's good. It will force Cutler to rebuy. They just want to try and keep that up, do a little bit more damage if they can. It's going to be quite hard to get the bomb on at this point into the round. So most likely just economy damage would be the best case.
Yeah, here it's just about trying to kill those people off. Still a 2-on-3. They don't have armor though and no utility, so that's okay. The dink on Tarik.
Slemmy does grab it. Actually picked up the Mag 7 as well. Potential to do a little bit of damage into this round, but unfortunately hazed. Connector on lockdown was able to just quickly swip over and take him out of the situation.
A little bit weirder from Cloud9. Seem to be taking a little bit of a different approach here this game. Rather than putting a lot of focus on that B bomb side, which is what a lot of teams do nowadays. They take the initial control and then they end up falling back. 2 rounds in a row we've seen that now. Sure, one of them worked, the other one didn't. Maybe I'm aggressive again there with the entry.
Yeah, it's good from JDM as well, trying to catch him off guard. Obviously, we've only seen a little bit of aggression from Tarik, but the entire team's going to try and have a pop. Cutler also going to have a takedown shroud. Pita towards mid as well, getting a lot of information here as they make so much noise.
Yeah, smokes it off. For CLG, it's a 5-on-3 situation, so no point in taking any more gambles here. Stay stationed. You have 2 members on the B bomb side, 2 on A, and 1 in connector. Just trying to cover every single position that Cloud9 might be going for. This rotation guy will be key as well. It's going to be extremely fast over towards B when they end up hitting here. It's going to be Cutler.
They begin to make their way in. As you said, Cutler, he should have had that out. I think really needs to try and get that entry to make their lives so much easier as they find their way in towards that bomb site. Slemmy and Co also with a bomb. They're going to be coming over. Limited utility. They do have those smokes though, which they can use to try and block off a couple of angles to make it a little bit simpler to actually get out. There they go. The smokes will begin to bloom and they'll start to flood their way into the site. It's going to be so critical into this position, just panicking a little bit. Actually looks away from drop down. It allowed nothing to get past. Tarik has fallen. Let's try and respond with a couple of shots, but haven't really connect them. That is actually on the site though, tapping away through the smoke, just having a spam. Can't really control his bullets there to pick off Slemmy. Only 10 HP on him, nothing as well. Running out of utility now. The nade will go over. Let's take Pita down quite low. That's quite back. Wanted to take down nothing. Isn't really going to go his favour. Gets a little bit aggressive. They have to start reacting soon. The first frag comes out. Nothing so very low at this point as well. Does have the angle, but isn't going to work out in his favour as Pita just drive by. Takes him down with a pistol. The defuse coming off the back of Cutler as well. And CLG really dominating on their CT half early on.
Yeah, very, very slow retake there for CLG as well. Taking their time. Not really giving everything away. It was a 5-on-3, and sure, Cloud9 ends up getting the bomb site. Tarik with the first initial frag there, but ends up going down right away. Leo was hazed as well, whiffing that spray. Ends up going down and get the bomb down there, but then CLG very smart in their retakes, working together.
JDM actually trying to get a little bit aggressive. Will be warded off. I'm just trying to go for that initial peak. Really won't work out. Fantastic nade as well. It's going to knock JDM down to 4 HP. They can pick him off very easily if they want to continue on with this. That fast style ECS will be quite a benefit as well if they have these Tech 9s in hand. They're getting pelted from behind as hazed coming from the rear. Rattling down, we'll take down Skadoodle and Shroud as well. It's just left on nothing and Stewie. Luckily, they're the 2 that had the better arsenal. But through the smoke, Pita says hello. He lands the shot on towards nothing. Stewie, ever so accurate. We'll land that headshot over towards Tarik. Still has to do all 2 more men though. No utility left. We'll come up behind them. Pita didn't hear that. Seems like he has actually repositioned.
Fantastic stuff. Pita actually has been really on point so far. Already a 2K, both of them being headshots.
Yeah, tough ranking on the server as well. Yeah, Cloud9 opting to go for that B. Extremely fast B play. I believe hazed actually got boosted up in drop room there and ended up flanking them. Just shutting Cloud9 down completely. When you do that fast B play, you just want to make sure you at least have one guy in that drop zone that holds your flank as well. We're gone to the point now where Cloud9 can essentially buy every round if they want to.
Yeah, obviously that lose bonus sort of ballooning out of control. hazed as well, playing around the smoke very well. He could catch them off guard, absolutely ridiculously here. You can hear him go past. We'll get the opening frag. Wants to try and respond as well on towards Stewie. Takes him down. Can switch out to his weapon as he just sprints away. Doesn't want to risk it too much and fall to Slemmy at that point. Obviously only 12 HP left. Has already done an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, again, early aggression for CLG. See this and again and getting the entries. Let's bring Cloud9 in every single round in a deficit. We'll be going over the A hallway though. Smoke's going to be landing over towards window and connector.
Here's the thing, Pita. He really has been a massive wall, just stopping anyone that tries to get past him. But this time it isn't going to work out as well. Taken down by Slemmy. They can try and slowly trickle on towards that bomb site. hazed just by the broken wall. Really won't actually have to do too much as his teammates have already done the hard part. Tries to find that frag over towards Shroud. Won't be able to do it, but luckily Tarik was there.
It feels like, sure, Pita is their coach, right? He's not supposed to be playing, he's supposed to be standing behind him. I feel like Pita has more of a grasp now, during at least this half, in putting his players to use. You see that aggression again and again from hazed, even from JDM, just pushing aggressively everywhere, just trying to get entry and then falling back. Just very smart play so far. Just shutting Cloud9 down completely, and they're not learning from the mistakes.
Yeah, they really are punished.
Sure, this is a forced buy again, but for the next round, they should really be playing a little bit more default.
So you can get a frag on towards Tarik, but JDM obviously was close by and could retaliate very quickly.
Yeah, again with the situation. 4-on-3 now. I guess that's better than 5-on-3, but Cloud9 very spread out here. It's only really Skadoodle in the drop zone.
We'll catch him out. Wanted to try and come in behind so they could just converge on towards that A bomb site, and hazed really popping off now. Already a 2K. Trying to just jiggle out for the third. Forcing nothing pressure going for the peak, so Pita could help him out if he didn't find the frag, but doesn't even need the backup. Will do it all on himself.
Yeah, look there again, smart play. And it's like small things as well where you don't see, where it doesn't really happen too often, where you see them work together. Even though it's like a 4 or 1-on-4 situation, just working together, just making sure that you end up killing. Because look at CLG's economy, it's actually not that great. Sure, it's the last round, but let's say that this was earlier on in the game and it was a 1-on-4. You don't want to give up any weapons. So hazed getting that 2 kill and then just ends up waiting for Pita to help him out, and then you double peek him and it ends up falling, right? Just overall very smart play. For Cloud here again, we're going to see that B push coming into play. See if they have better success.
JDM. Once again, they just have no idea about this level of aggression. He's been doing it countless times. They're still not prepared for it. Tarik as well, somehow is able to just whip himself back around and best Stewie. Skadoodle and nothing. The last 2 men alive on that side. It's unfortunate for Skadoodle there. Was trying to get that shot off on towards JDM. Just jumps in the air, land back down, and we're still given enough time to actually rip him away. I mean, there's not much of a stake left in the round. 4-0 at this point either.
Yeah, no, not really. 1-on-4. Gets the call as well. It's going to be 13-2 half for CLG. Cloud9's map pick. I think overall their CT play has been really good. Having the economy on their side as well, and Cloud9 not even getting the bomb down in most of the cases. I think I've seen the bomb down like 3 or 4 times maybe at most in 15 rounds. Let's see, only 2 times. That is really bad if you're on the T side. Normally, like I was talking about on Cobblestone, most of the times you do end up with a lot of those rounds just ending up playing out over towards that B area with the smoke execute. Didn't really see that too often from Cloud9 though. The one round they won, other than the pistol, was the entry from nothing onto hazed, and then actually 2 entries on the B bomb side. Ends up falling back, only leaving Pita behind on that A bomb side. Ends up getting the bomb down in a 3-on-2 situation with good afterplan positions, and ended up winning that one. But that's pretty much it. CLG very dominant so far. Aggressive play all around. JDM with a lot of entries. hazed as well, playing very aggressive. Let's see if Cloud9 can do the same. It's going to be very difficult though. Only Cutler and Pita actually, with 2 smokes each and 1 flash on Cutler.
Interesting buy as well. Tarik actually opting to go for the Julies there. He wants to try and just go for this very aggressive kind of play. Anyway, it's really going to complement him. He does have the armor, but you more than likely would have expected to see it sound like a Tech 9 in his hands, but nevertheless, let's see how it will actually pan out in towards the round. And he's going to be that massive strike towards the B-bomb site. Heavy aggression towards drop down, nothing. Tapping away, he wants to try and force them back. Really isn't going to go his favour though. He'll get a few tags off, but couldn't find a frag just yet. Playing around the smoke. This could be so massive into the round if they don't actually sniff him out soon. Strike now. He's in as well. Actually links 3 of those frags together. Fantastic, as he just rips his way through all of them. Skadoodle actually claimed the last one towards JDM. But it was a fairly effective pistol round from Cloud9. Could have gone quite far south, but great stuff from nothing.
Yeah, looked good for CLG in the beginning. They're getting the entry. Nothing playing that very smart. Hiding in the smoke. And then when you notice that they ran past him, you just take that initial peek. Gets the 2 first, and that the third one was a beauty. And the third. Let's get the pistol on the board. That's the second pistol for Cloud9 this map. Let's see if they can hold on to it.
Oh, Skadoodle with the opener and a follow-up as well. Actually links it into the triple kill before he starts to take a little bit of damage and is forced to back off, but won't matter as his teammates there. The cavalry's arrived and they are just picking off the last few remaining members. CLG now, that's with Tarik. He is just trying to backpedal out of there. Does have the bomb, but really shouldn't get too much out of this round.
Yeah, no, you can't really afford to save out of it, you know. It's not really worth. So he's just gonna be waiting here, hoping that Cloud9 over-rotates a little bit. I see there you do have 1 Cloud9 member flanking and 2 still on A. He's not gonna get the bomb down here. He's gonna be lucky enough if he does get 1 kill. Catching 1 up card. Oh, Stewie. Not gonna happen. Very fast play there for CLG. Just 1 expo flash up in middle. Trying to see if Cloud9 played a little bit too aggressive, but Skadoodle playing very defensively there, getting the 3 kill. Shutting CLG's. It was actually a full buy, except for JDM, same for drop. No head armor, so Skadoodle had a pretty easy time in just shutting them down.
Seems like it will be that very aggressive hit towards side early on. Nice nade coming out from Slemmy there. A mortar strike as it transfers a fair bit of damage over to the side of CLG. They will peek him as well. First man actually goes round on his lonesome. Luckily, it does get through with his life. Slemmy could be overrun here. He will make the call for the rest of his teammates to try and come over, but he starts to do the job himself. A 3K comes out on the site as well. Skadoodle has the angle covered as they peek into him. Should just rip his way through him. Don't even need to. Tarik, unfortunately, does take down nothing and scavenges M4 as well. Can go for a peek here, but we'll still have to dispatch 3 more members of Cloud9 to actually pick the round up.
Yeah, they do know that he's here though. Very important for now for Cloud9 not lose any more members.
Yeah, they don't want to have to go for any more rebuys than is utterly necessary. As well, you can see he is quite anxious. Doesn't really just want to walk out and have his head knocked off immediately. So just trying to buy a bit of time before he has to go for the peak. Still 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. Just wasting everyone's time here. Just go and die, Tarik. Just go and die. Yeah.
He's not a fan.
He is not.
He wants to stay alive. He wants to be free.
Yeah. Save that for. He doesn't really have anything else, but if you look at his money, he has 1.9k. He's gonna be getting that armor and all the nades, so that's really hard to save. We'll see the first swap around. Here now, super important here for Cloud9. The comeback is still doable. It's just very important now because you don't have that many rounds to work with, so keeping your economy in shape is going to be very crucial here. Not doing any unnecessary peaks. Work together, try and stay alive, and you can potentially call this back. Even if you end up losing one round, you should still have enough money to keep on buying. If you do end up messing up here a little bit by overextending and ends up dying with a little bit too many members, then you probably should have. I think CLG is just going to walk away with this one.
Medium. Trying to go for the point pick over towards drop down. Didn't actually land it on towards Shroud, but he has backed off. Being a bit more timid now, won't actually go for the face again. You can see everyone start to reposition as well. Just leaving the one lurk on that T-side. JDM, that was a free shot on towards nothing. He had the angle, but he whiffs at the last second.
Yeah, very unfortunate here for JDM.
Ooh. Skadoodle will actually do the same though, so he's allowed to hold on to his live just for a little bit longer.
He's just lurking in mid as well. Cloud9 so far though, not over-rotating. Not that much info yet from CLG, so... CLG as well have no smoke grenades left.
Ooh, Slemmy flashes himself in towards mid. Does actually get rid of the lurk in haze, so things are going to be a bit harder for CLG as they start to push in towards the B-bomb site. Going to get swatted out of the air. Just rides on Tarik now. It's a ridiculous amount of damage from Stewie. Does get away with his life and tries to just back off. Once again, just sprinting away.
Yeah, that B bomb site is so difficult to actually take. Actually, both of these bomb sites are so difficult to take if you don't have any smokes left. It's going to come down to just hitting straight headshots. But CTs in that position have such an easy time as well, just to top the pillars and help each other with flashbangs. There really shouldn't be a single point in time where any CT should end up losing that round. And they hold it off. So good job so far. And Tarik, yeah, sure, ends up saving that M4 again. But the rest of his players are gonna be saving. 2 smoke grenades on, 2 flashbangs. On the CLG side.
There's that potential obviously to let him sort of be the frontline infantry and try and get that entry frag for his side, and then they can transfer it back. It's a pretty cool nade going over. Does a little bit of damage on towards the CLG boys. Stewie now is going to be put up towards Olaf as well. Such a hard angle to deal with when they only have these tech 9s and they're going to have to push into close range near him. Nothing. He doesn't even need an angle. Just going to be coming through the smoke because everyone has the flood into him. And Stewie will come into the effect for the final 2 frags.
Yeah, solid play, or a solid hold there for Cloud9. Nothing, just holding in mouse 1, getting the 3. And Stewie with the second one as well. All 5 CLG members sliding through a smoke. Yeah, CLG hasn't really done anything that... It's been 5 rounds in to this half so far. Haven't really seen that much. CLG been mostly playing default. Hasn't really worked out. And you see here Cloud9 trying to go a little bit more aggressive here. 3 on that A bomb site. Hoping that CLG will go that way. Yeah, they don't end up hearing anyone. So they do see the roti coming in. It's very smart since CLG is looking to be executing over at this B bomb site.
We have seen a lot of aggression towards that drop down area. I haven't really been able to find the opening frag towards Shroud, just merely damage him and force him out of position for a few seconds to allow him to strike. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually remove him from the scenario into this one. A lot more utility as well, so they can divide the bomb site a little bit easier. They are actually beginning to rotate off as well. Come back quickly though, now they hear the nades going in. And there's that push we were talking about, Shroud trying to get behind the wall. Let's find a frag over towards Tarik. Skadoodle also shutting down Cutler. JDM's on the scene though. Unfortunately missed the opening frag, went back in for seconds to take down Stewie. If you can get the angle here, it'd be fantastic. Get them in a nice little position. And Shroud gets taken away. Skadoodle has returned fire. Yeah, just landing the headshot on towards Skadoodle as well. And it falls on nothing. A 1 versus 2. HP is low across the board for everyone here. He is just going to be tiptoeing out. Doesn't want him to be aware of his position. What's up the angle towards hazed? Wanted to switch over as well towards Pita, but unfortunately wasn't as fast.
Yeah, good job there from CLG. Ends up in a 3-on-5 situation. JDM just starts hitting those shots, getting the 2 kills. And 3-on-3 situation on the bomb side. Ends up in a 2-on-1. Favor of CLG. Nothing was left alone. Good job there by CLG in the end there. So 1-on-2 situation. hazed getting the first initial peek. And when nothing is holding, is starting to fire over to hazed. He does get him, but Pita extremely fast on that revenge frag there. And that's what I was talking about as well. Very important for economy. Cloud9 can still buy here.
Nothing put on top of tree as well. Very easy stuff for him. Can just look down over the top of the smoke, and Tarik was unaware of that. Gets taken down. Pita is also going to follow the same route as his teammate. And this round looking like it's going to be very shaky if CLG even have much of a leg to stand on into it. Now Arsenal not looking too good either. As the only people with guns have been picked off. So also taking down Cutler. So it just falls on hazed and JDM. They have the AWP. If you get the initial pick with that, they might be able to try and push out on towards that bomb site. It's going to take a little while for the rest of Cloud9 to rotate over off from B. It just rides on if anyone's going to try and offer themselves up, really.
Yeah, this should not be a winnable round from CLG.
Now just going to slowly tiptoe through. Skadoodle is in the open. JDM does take him down as well. But they are aware towards side, just tucked in by wood. There's going to be another man. Slemmy is holding it. JDM actually, luckily, let's get up behind him and pull the trigger. Molotov goes in as well, so they're forced to just funnel their way in through balcony. The headshot comes in, Shroud getting taken down. Has to recover the bomb now. Already a 3K on the board for JDM. He's hungry for more. Molotov forces him to run a little bit further back than he would actually like. Nothing could have the angle as soon as he pops around the back of Van, spots him out. Couldn't return the shot, and unfortunately Stewie as well was there.
Yeah, as I was saying, should not be a winnable round. That could have actually ended up being a winnable round. JDM, great frags there. First one onto Skadoodle, all the way over at the A bomb site, gets him. Gets the second one as well, and then hazed. It's a shame that he ended up going down. Otherwise, he would have been left in a 2-on-3 situation with bomb down. And then by then, it's 100% winnable. Cloud9 though stabilizes. For CLG, a little bit soft in the beginning there. It's a shame. You see there, imagine what CLG could have done there with 5 members live rather than only 2. Very spread out there in the early stages of the round. Instead of rather than just to play together.
Stewie, that MP9 in close range could be so ridiculously powerful. Has the crossfire set up as well, and they will just bounce right in front of him, a 3K, before he's eventually put down by Pita. Latham responds with one. Hungry for the follow-up frag as well. Pita so low at this point, has to just try and push into best him. Will eventually land the headshot with a P250. Flashbang goes over, but Slemmy was there and had the angle covered.
Yeah, pretty much from Eco, just bought 3 flashbangs, flashing over. Shame one up one of those flashbangs though, ended up getting thrown close. Stewie with a triple kill as well. And go back again with the economy there. Stewie being smart there, buying the SMG. For CLG here, they seem a little bit stressed. In reality, they really shouldn't be. Should have probably be better off with 1 more eco. Get some more nades on the board.
See the effects of that. Faruk, somehow they just tapping away through the smoke. Will actually remove Stewie from the equation, but definitely is a lot of limited utility on that side. It's not going to be as easy as they'd like to actually efficiently zone out all of the CT side of Cloud9 when they go for the site take. Taking down Stewie though means there is still 3 members towards that B bomb site. A's actually only got 1 man. If they can take him out, could be fairly easily for them to just creep in. And once again trying to go for this, where they just all converge through the middle. Cutler has the backup of Tarik. They're going to try and work their way down through drop down, meeting connector as they overrun the A bomb site. Is it going to work?
You should have heard that smoke grenade instead. You still see the rotation for Cloud9. It is a smart play. Taking the gamble here. CLG's going to be battling against 3 Cloud9 members with Tarik. Very smart here.
And there you go. Nice one off that free shot Over towards Slemmy as he starts to sprint now. Wants to get onto the bomb site. Panicking a little bit actually, was aware of Skadoodle's position, but unfortunately he was above and not below. JDM will take him out. After another random shot off as well towards connector. Would have been able to shut down Nothing if the time was a little bit more in his favour. Unfortunately, Nothing staying alive has been a massive detriment to the side as he gets not one but two headshots coming out. And it all rides on Cutler. Has to get the bomb planted as there's not a lot of time left. I think with a nice flash will just charge in, trying to rattle off the shots, but isn't really going to be able to connect them. Cutler slays him.
Yeah, Nothing again there with a potential clutch situation. Ends up getting Pita, gets JDM as well. One-on-one with Cutler. Cutler got partially flashed there. Ults in mouse one and gets Nothing in the end. Yeah, Cloud9 with the gamble. Having 3 members there on that A bomb site. Despite losing that entry, taking the gamble. They had the right approach, just didn't work out.
I get that entry once again. Cutler just playing off the spawn here with the aggression. Just rips his way through Shroud as if he's Nothing. Still will respond. There's the Famous, but unfortunately put down fairly quickly. Pita as well glides through the air to land the headshot on towards Nothing. Skadoodle is close by. As the AWP. Trying to have a bit of a sniff around, see if he can spot them out. And go for the smoke shot. It's not going to actually land on towards anyone. They go for the counter brief play. There's a little bit of potential, as obviously Slemmy does have the smoke. And they've got a little bit of time to work with as well. They don't actually have a kit, so things could be quite tense. Skadoodle still blocked off. No line of sight for him. JDM has the angle covered to stop Slemmy as well. We'll remove him. Panicking now as Skadoodle just wants to switch for his weapons. Try and make his life a little bit easier in the close quarter combat. Won't work out. That's going to be a 16-9.
Yeah, and as for Cloud9, no really Nothing showing up there. Whereas on the CLG side, I'm going to give it to man of the match.
Yeah.
You know, they actually had a lot of people showing up there. Tarik played great, JDM as well. A lot of entries there on the CT side, and then Pita as well. Not playing as bad as I'm sure most people would have thought. And for CLG, I really liked their approach there in the beginning of that CT side. Sure, ending up on losing the pistol, winning the eco, and then 13-2 scoreline. And you saw what a good aggressive approach that CT side can do for your team. Just getting that 1 or 2 entries and then just ends up falling back, play the numbers, and then for Cloud9, not really that much they could have done there. Playing the economy a little bit better probably, and then as for switching over to CLG's T side, a little bit sloppy in the beginning. Ends up buying probably when they shouldn't have. You are in the lead. You don't have to constantly rebuy. Just try and save your money, get a solid buy, and then do something with it. The 2 of the rounds that CLG ends up winning there is, getting that entry first and just play it by the numbers. Close to winning that clutch situation as well. 2-on-5. JDM going massive on that A bomb site. Doesn't really work out. But yeah, again, like I was talking about, that was Cloud9's map pick, and their T side. Instead of opting to go more towards that B area with the B execute or with the smoke executes, they end up going a lot towards A, very spread out, trying to go for the entry first, and just ends up getting shut down. And most of the counter for that, most of the teams, what they end up doing is that we do realize, okay, our default isn't working, we're just getting picked here, we keep on losing the entry, then essentially every single round after that, you should just go forward towards B. You have one guy either just throwing some nades in mid, just showing that, okay, we do have members here. Doesn't have to be anything big, right? Doesn't have to be anything drastic. Doesn't have to be a fake. Just show yourself there so CLG or even Cloud9 or anyone can afford to rotate or over to the B area. We didn't really see that from Cloud9. And yeah, good first map from CLG.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing as well, sort of something we dabble on quite often. It seems like Cloud9 do take a little bit of time to warm up, especially on their first map of best of 3. And another trend that is definitely quite a big one, if Stewie isn't on point, you see them sort of lacking that entry potential. And that was something that came into effect so many times towards their T side. They couldn't find these entries because it seemed like Stewie didn't warm up quick enough, didn't really have that capability, and things just didn't work out for him. Yeah, no, and I think that this just comes to prove as well that when Stewie's not on his A game, Cloud9 doesn't end up showing up. And sure, whenever the discussion is about the star players on teams, right? Yes, they are supposed to take over games. They are supposed to win you games. And you notice the trend there, Stewie doesn't show up. Or when Stewie shows up, rather, Cloud9 ends up winning maps. Stewie doesn't show up, Cloud9 ends up losing pretty drastically.
So it revolves more heavily on a player like Stewie. Sure, Shroud could have probably also gone off a little bit, but it's Stewie, which is the go-to guy. It's your latest pickup. You picked him up for a reason. He is the mad fragger on the team. You're supposed to be able to rely on Shroud as well, but yeah, I do agree though. Like Cloud9 seem to be again proving that they're very slow starters, and on that their T side in the beginning, 2 rounds only. I thought they kind of broke that like 2 days ago, or even yesterday. I don't even know.
Because that's the thing. It seemed like it was kind of this curse they had, but into that game it was like, oh, okay, they've sort of sorted it out. They wanted to try and take that T side early, and that was sort of the weird bit, right? Is they had T side. You've got a map that sort of in some ways can be fairly T sided. They have a lot of potential behind them to actually go for that more aggressive style of CS that they can warm up quicker on. And we've seen in the past when they start off on T side, it seems things are so much easier. It's night and day in sort of Stewie and Shroud being able to go for those aggressive faces that in turn gets the entire team riled up and they start to win off the back of it. But CLG just shut it down, and really one of the main things as well, what you were saying, it does ride a lot on, it seems sort of Pita with more of an in-game role, because obviously as the coach, you can only sort of flesh out and feel so much of the game. When you're there in that 5th spot, you have so much more of a read. Do you reckon that's something that was more of a bigger factor than we might have seen?
I think that actually CLG on their seat side, I don't think I've seen them play that good of a seat side in a very long time. I don't want to put all the credit to Pita, but all the CLG members on that seat side seemed on point. They seem to have a pretty decent fundamental of what do we want to do in the early stages of the round, and what are we going to do at the later stages of the round. And they did that, and they worked great together. Retakes as well. These clutch situations we were talking about as well. Overall, it was a very good approach by CLG.
Because it seemed like as well, one of the bigger things that sort of in the past for a lot of these teams was that level of panic when it got quite late into the round, sort of especially really tight clutch situations where there wasn't as much as that for CLG. It seemed only sort of to the later stages of their T-half, where they lost a few rounds, the economy wasn't in their favour, that they started to panic a bit. But is that another thing sort of as well? Because obviously Pita is experienced with that, he knows how to calm these guys down sort of in that coaching role. Do you reckon having that hands-on in game, he could have stopped it?
Yes, 100%. I think that when you are the coach in the backline of things, when it does end up in going into these clutch situations, he's not the one that's supposed to be calling for these players, right? He's just supposed to let them play their game, focus on that. And I think that in all these clutch situations, especially on the seat side with retakes and whatnot, he was still alive. And I think that helps a lot, because then you essentially have that kind of somewhat of a commander, right? It's like he is the one leading in charge in terms of calling everything. It's okay, I'm holding this, what are you guys holding? And you keep that calm energy, and then what you're going to get back is just like, okay, I have a haul, whatever it might be, and then you just end up being called in general, right? And he is the one doing the play as well. It's like, okay, let's double peek here. Like the other players don't have to do anything. And I think that's something that an in-game leader brings to the table rather than a coach, because a coach can't really do that, because then like I was talking about, he can't really be the one holding the conversation. He can give suggestions, he can be like, okay, go now, but the communication aspect will still rely on the players, and especially I think that NA is sure they're probably the ones that struggle the most with that in terms of the stress level and in terms of the communication. 100% that Pita was probably improved a little bit by playing this game.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well, is he was definitely popping up just sort of on his own individual skill. We saw a great defense towards the A bomb site coming out from him. And I mean, the only thing that sort of restricted them from being able to sort of get even better of a scoreline was the fact they were a little bit rushed with their economy on that T side. It seemed like they did have a little bit of panic there, but that was sort of taken out the window, restricted quite heavily in terms of utility. And when they went for that B bomb site especially, Cloud9 were doing a good job of shutting them down because there were so many angles to deal with. We saw a little bit of a return to form from Stewie as well towards that B bomb site, but that was about the only glimpse we really saw from him. Not too much from Skadoodle as well, which is obviously quite a big impact fracker for that side.
Yeah, no. Just only really nothing that showed up that game, and I'm hoping that, as we were talking about being cold in the first map, I'm hoping that at least some more Cloud9 members will show up in game number 2 here.
Yeah, we will be going into game number 2 shortly. That is going to be Overpass, but before that, we'll be jumping into a little bit of a short break.